Hi lads, Coach Sire. So just come back from a nice 3 hour powerlifting session, 7 weeks out until I compete, focused as hell on everything. So today we're going to talk about why I think like most people complicate nutrition, and do you know what? I understand 100% why. I used to complicate the absolute living daylights out of it. When I first started personal training, I was doing all these courses, reading everything, soaking everything up like a sponge. And I got to the point where I was telling people to not eat fruit because I was like, fruit makes you fat and stuff like that. And then next week I'd have a different fad, and next week the other one, and whatever. So I was constantly getting confused myself. But obviously now, almost 8 years in, I'm able to make informed decisions on what's right and wrong. The reason I believe that so many people get confused, and why I got confused, is because there's so many different methods out there. There's so many different ways to achieve it. You could go on a juicing diet, you could do diet clubs, you could do a paleo diet, low carb, zero carb, fasting, high protein, calorie counting, portion controlling, you name it. The list is absolutely massive. And the thing that they all have in common is that every system works. Nothing doesn't work. And one massive thing they also have in common is a calorie deficit. So the reason, let's say low carb, for example, works is because when you cut out carbohydrates, that's an entire food group. Think about a lot of our calories should come from carbs. We need it for energy. But you go and cut that out, you've just limited the amount of food. Well, there's only so much fucking vegetables and protein you can eat, isn't there? So of course you're going to lose weight. So basically all these different systems work. Now, where people go wrong is that they basically lack patience, okay? So they get to a stage where they start failing and they blame their diet, metabolism, their genetics, that they don't move enough because they've got an office job, my training's not good enough. And the problem is lack of patience. Every single person is impatient. I've not worked with one client. I mean, we all want results now. I totally get that. But, you've got to be consistent, and you've got to make sure you manage your expectations. What you see in magazines is usually bullshit. When you see, God, I saw someone share an Instagram thing earlier and they said, this is my 1 year transformation. Well, bullshit, mate, because I know who you are, and that ain't one fucking year. I've known you years. That is a year's transformation. But anyway, he's sharing that as a 1 year transformation. Absolute bullshit. But the thing is, we don't know any better. We buy into it. I used to buy into it. And then our expectations get all a bit fucked up and skewed with. And we think in, a year's time, you can get shredded and ripped like that guy. Like, it's absolute shit. It can't be done. And maybe it can be done. There are people out there that can do it and dedicate their life to it. But that person did not do it in 1 year. I call bullshit. I know you, mate. So anyway, because of the lack of patience, the lack of consistency and expectations, people keep trying new things. They never give something long enough because, okay, well, I've tried the diet club. That only didn't get me anywhere, so I'm going to try this. That didn't get me anywhere, try that. That didn't get me anywhere, try that. You ain't likely going to get anywhere if you keep trying new things. You have to be patient and you have to keep going. If you reach a plateau, do not stop. You must keep going. The worst thing you can do if you reach a plateau is give up. Because if you give up all the work you've been doing, and let's say you've not seen results for a few weeks, you're obviously going to go backwards. You will find when you're consistent and you keep going, all of a sudden you'll go to try those pair of jeans on, or you go weigh yourself, or however you're tracking progress. All of a sudden it'll happen. It happens to so many lads. Oh, I'm not feeling it. I've just jumped on the scales after 3 weeks and nothing's moved. And then 2 weeks later, lads, guess what? X, Y, Z. Or I've just tried on a pair of jeans. They weren't fitting a month ago. All of a sudden, keeping it all consistent, being patient, keeping going will give you those results. It takes longer than you think to get results. So, we've got one guy, he's an anomaly. He's now 7 weeks into the program and he's just lost over 20 pounds. But not every guy does that. It depends on your starting point, how fit you were before. All these things. But when your weight slows down, when you get tired, when you get hungry, when you have a bad day, when you have a shit time at the gym, when you miss a week at the gym or boot camp or whatever, badminton, don't stop. That is the worst thing you can do, because when you stop, you're going to regress, you're going to beat yourself up, you'll self-sabotage with food and drink, and you all know the story. But the worst thing you could do, lads, is stop. So to summarise this quick video today, people get confused with nutrition because there's so many things out there. All I want you to do is find something that personally works for you. It needs to work for you in the short and long term. There's no point in choosing a way of eating that's going to work in the short term. You see results really quickly, but you can't sustain it, because that's just going to give you a false sense of security. I'd rather you choose something that's going to get you results, maybe a little slower than going on a harsh diet, but you know that you can eat that way, have a good balance with it, and do that in the long term. And for God's sake, when things don't go your way, be patient, be consistent, and manage your expectations. It does not come overnight. The lads that are doing like a full transformation, and I'm talking they're like 3 to 5 stone overweight, they're out of shape, they haven't exercised in say 6+ years, we are talking 12 months. But I'm talking 12 months, they're beach ready, they're going to go on holiday and be really confident. And considering most of the guys that join our program, I've been out of it for 6+ years. 12 months isn't a bad trade-off, is it? And if you enjoy the training, you enjoy the way of eating, you still get to have beers and treats and stuff like that, then it ain't so bad. Always find something you enjoy and you will succeed. For now, this is me signing out. Go for a cheeky Nando's, taking my mum for a bit of food. See you later.